Hello there, morons. It's Victor, Gimme-A-Breakman, Gimme-A-Flakeman, the king of the morons, and the godfather of Jvlogging, here with another Jnews, an educational look at Japanese news with a language lesson to boot, plus a little extra footage. I did a video, my last Jnews was a little extra. I did the Jnews and I did something kind of unrelated, but slightly related. And just to give you a little view into Japanese life. So we're going to do that again today. So this video, I'll try to keep it as short as possible, but you know I tend to go on, and when you're teaching, you tend to go on. As always, I appreciate your support. Check the links for how you can support me, and at the very least, watch to the end of the video. I will be adding interesting clips to the ends of these videos to encourage you to watch all the way to the end. Okay, so today's lesson, as you can tell by the title, is about a very dangerous, Japan is very safe compared to other countries. Almost zero gun deaths, maybe one a year, if that. Almost no one dies because they shoot each other. Of course, the biggest fear if you live in Japan are, besides falling in love, ladies and gentlemen, are earthquakes and mochi. Now, mochi is a rice cake. It's rice cakes. If you look it up on Wikipedia, it's made from something called mochigome. Mochigome, which is a kind of glutinous, short-grained rice. I don't know if you've ever really looked at rice. Rice in America is usually generally longer. California rice a little bit longer. The actual rice shape of each one. The ones in Japan are shorter, and they tend to be stickier. And if you get a bunch of them, you can pound them all together and turn it into a kind of rice cake, which when you later cook becomes again very sticky. Anyway, because it's a Japanese tradition to have rice cake, and let me see if I have one around here. I used to have that's right, New Year's tradition. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's actually, I threw it away. But let me see if I got I think I got the box of a Hello Kitty one that I used to have. Oh, here it is. I just remembered just now. This is a fake rice cake. During New Year's Eve, you have this kind of rice cake here, see? And it's actually two balls of rice cake. This is, of course, not really rice cake. You know what's in there? Let me look. I've never actually opened this up. I'm assuming it's empty. It's some kind of... Oh, look at that. There we go. Look. That is over a year old. Ha ha! Look at that. True. That'd be true. It doesn't say when the expiration date on this is. But traditionally, you'll have two of these real rice cakes, and they'll be on top of each other like this. This is, of course, just plastic. This is just empty, but someone gave this to me. I don't know. I don't normally buy. You might think I'm lying, because if you look at this house, this room in this house, it's quite full of junk and things that might look childish, which I don't. It's mostly for you, it's just for visual effect. But yeah, I don't buy these. I don't know where this came from, actually. I don't remember, but it's over a year old. Anyway, this is what rice cake generally looks like. And just to show you, I'll open this one up. And wow, it is, as you can see. Can you hear that? It's pretty hard, right? And well, you put it in the oven. I guess we could eat this. Maybe I'll put that on Instagram. By the way, I think I have a pretty cool Instagram. So check out my Instagram, Gimme-A-Breakman Instagram. Link in the description for that as well. So, wow. I wonder, that's over a year old. I guess it's still edible. Amazing. Anyway, some of the rice cakes you see at some of the matsuris are this small. This is an individual serving, but some of them are huge, like at the Naked Matsuri. Ones are actually taller than I am. They're just huge. They must weigh, I don't know, 300 pounds or more. They're big. But of course, when we're talking about the dangerous kind, this is the dangerous kind, because children, in fact, my wife won't even let me give my son any of it because she's afraid he might choke on it. But children and old people have trouble with that because it's very sticky when you cook it. And once you put it in the, you can put it in the oven or put it in a microwave. And I'll show you at the end of the video. I actually cook some up to show you. And anyway, it'll get stuck in your throat and you'll die. You'll die. Probably it takes longer than that. I mean, that was just a dramatic, dramatization of what you would look like if you died of that. But anyway, this is the news here. So you can see the headline here. This is all in Japanese, but it says here that the first 3 days of January, which has a special Japanese word, which we will learn in a few minutes, 21 people were taken to the hospital and 2 people died. So 21 people were taken to the hospital, 2 people died, and this is according to the Tokyo Fire Department, which is, I guess, I don't know why you would call the fire department, but maybe that's, well, as you can see in the picture, the fire department has an ambulance, so maybe that's where the ambulances come from. The emergency numbers in Japan are different depending on your emergency, and I'll put those in the description as well. I should do a special lesson on that. 110 or 110 is your general. Oh no, police, that's your 911, but there are other numbers you can call for fires and for ambulances. Anyway, I did a little research on this, and if you look here, it says, well, this is another article on it, and I think they say, well, you know what, I found this. This is on Wikipedia on the health hazards. It says, according to the Tokyo Fire Department, more than 100 people each year in just the Tokyo area alone have to be taken to the hospital because of mochi, because they're choking on mochi, right? And there were 8 deaths in 2011. I think there were 9 in 2015, but don't quote me on that. Look it up. They should probably have like a a local. I mean, I hate to laugh, but it seems like the most ridiculous way to die. You choked on a piece of rice cake, but because mochi is it's such a friendly, fun food, and it seems like choking on this would be the worst way to go. Kind of a hilarious way to go. If I die that way, you're all invited to come to my funeral and laugh at me. Throw rice cakes on the coffin. In the coffin with me, if you like. Okay, so sorry, I have a cold. Yeah, so quite a few people die every year. Now how do you make mochi? Well, you take the rice, and I actually made a video on this years ago, and this is the way we do it these days. See? Right? Now this is my own video that I'm showing you, right? So we are pounding the rice with this mochitsuki machine. Right? So that's it, right? Pretty cool. The links to that video in the description, but the traditional way is the way this guy does it, and this is from the Great Big Story channel. Over 2 million views, a very popular video called Pounding Mochi with the Fastest Mochi Maker in Japan. Check out the opening here. Okay, that's amazing, right? That guy's really fast. That's a good video too, so watch that. I'll put that link in the descriptions as well. And a link to the actual word mochi, so you can look it up on Wikipedia and get an idea of what it like. Oh yeah, here we go. This is what I was talking about a few minutes ago. This is, I have the Hello Kitty version, but this is the more traditional Kagami mochi, which you see at New Year's Eve. Okay. Anyway, so the news story is that. Now, something else that's kind of interesting. They're starting to advise people to keep a vacuum cleaner around when you're eating mochi, because apparently if you stick the vacuum cleaner into your mouth when you're choking, it will suck that right out. So that's a good way to prevent disaster, prevent death. So that's another article from Julian Ryle, which blessed us with I referred to a couple articles that he wrote in I think the last Jnews. But anyway, let's get to let's get to the vocabulary. And again, at the end of this video, stick around and I'll show you how I actually cook some mochi in my own living room. It's very simple to do, not complicated, and it's really delicious. It's like I think it's one of the few things that a lot of foreigners don't like specific Japanese traditional foods like natto or umeboshi, but I think mochi is one. It's really good with soy sauce or just salt. Okay. Anyway, this is the headline of that ANN News video, which I cannot show you because ANN News is really anal about their copyright. It says, Mochiをのどに詰まらせて、sanganichiで21人搬送、2人死亡. So this is just the headline. We're just going to look at the headline and pick up some interesting and useful vocabulary here. Of course, the first one is not actually in that headline, but it's in the picture that I showed you here, which I think it says somewhere here. So oh yeah, right there in the middle, right there, beep, right? So that's the fire department, which it's good to know the fire department. That's tōkyōshōbōchō. I just turned 14 years old, excuse me. tōkyōshōbōchō, which is the Tokyo Fire Department. And this means to put out something, to extinguish, right? Mochi is the focus word today. That's a tough kanji. Don't worry about it. You don't actually have to know that kanji, but it's actually one that's so common at this time of the year that you'll probably learn it just by being exposed to it so much. Mochi, which is, as I said before, is Japanese rice cake made of mochigome, a short grain japonica glutinous rice. That was pretty accurate on my memory was pretty accurate there. Wo, as you see in the headline here, wo indicates what the verb will, this is the verb will act on this, mochi. Nodo is your throat. There's kanji for that. So, mochi-o nodo ni tsumarasete, to become stuck in throat, the mochi. So the mochi has become stuck in the throat. That's basically what we're saying. Nodo is throat. In the headline here, we see it in hiragana, nodo. The kanji over here, nodo. Notice the kuchihen on the left here. It's actually the kanji for mouth. So it indicates it has some relation to the mouth, which of course the throat does because it is connected to your mouth. Ni indicates where it is in. Tsumarasete is from the verb tsumaru, which means to get stuck. Tsumatta got stuck. And here's a new word for me and probably for you. It's sanganichi, which is one of those special Japanese words. Japanese are very, they have a lot of specialized vocabulary when it comes to their the days that they celebrate, important days in Japan, like New Year's. New Year's is very important, and the first 3 days of the New Year's, of January only. January, of course, is the first month. If you didn't know, January is the first month of the year. So the first 3 days in January are referred to as the special term sanganichi, which literally means 3 are days. Sanganichi, and during or of those 3 days or during those 3 days, nijuuichi nin, 21 people, hansou, transported. Now, this literally means to transport, so I got it over here in transportation. But when you see that, it usually means to the hospital. Okay, so when you see that, it means someone was taken to the hospital. Futari, or 2 people. Futari, Japan has different counters depending on what you're counting. One person is hitori, futari, sannin, yonin, etc., etc. But hitori and futari are very common, so you should remember those. 2 people died, or as they say in newspapers, shibou. Alrighty? So that's the vocabulary. Now, stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you how I actually cook some mochi. Alright? And some other little goodies. So again, thank you for watching this far. If you have gotten this far, do you think this sounds like something you might enjoy? If you've never had it, or if you've had it, did you like it? Or am I being wrong when I say that most foreigners can eat this? Because it seems to me like this is a fairly tame Japanese food as compared to other Japanese foods, which a lot of people have trouble with. I think this is one that most foreigners probably don't have too much trouble with. Anyway, let me know if you have any experiences or if you imagine this would taste good or not. And on with the rest of the video. Thanks for watching always, and I'll be back soon with another one of these Jnews. See you soon. Okay, give it to mama. Give it to mama. Okay, give it to mama, okay. And then what? What do you do next? Just one is fine. Oh, whatever. Just one is fine. Yeah, you want one too? Okay, one's fine. Okay, well, two is fine. Sure. Okay, so this is mochi. Comes in just a plastic. This is pre-packaged mochi. Is this the kind that kills people, Yoko? Yeah. This is dangerous mochi. Alright, might kill you. Okay, you put it in there for how long? What do you mean? You forgot? People are not going to believe you're Japanese. Oh, because it's a microwave oven. Denshi range is microwave oven. So we got it in 2 minutes. We're going to try it 2 minutes and 21 seconds or so. Let's see what we get here. Can we go in there and look at that? Huh? What's wrong? What do you want? Hey, we're making a video. Be quiet. Punch. Punch. It's over. It's hot, so just stay over there, okay? Go play with Shinkansen. Go play with Shinkansen. You want to paint some stuff? People think you're a painter. Paint. Yeah. I don't know what you're saying. Speak English or Japanese or Spanish or something. You got your Shinkansen? The Shinkansen have escaped. What's wrong?
Okay, もうできた。
Really?
Yeah.
It was really big, huh? Okay. So how many minutes? Less than 2 minutes, huh?
1分20秒ぐらいかな。
Ooh. See, it's very soft and gooey. It doesn't stick to the paper? It's really hot.
熱いよ。まだ
Oh my god!
無理だと思う。できた。
Okay. Okay, so the options now that we have this, are salt or shoyu. We're going to do salt. You want to bring some salt on there? Just a little bit of salt, it's fine. Okay. And now... let's see how gooey that is? If I were just like 1 year older, this would kill me. Mochi and beer is a great combination. What are you doing? Want some beer? He's just jogging back and forth in the room. No? Go. Go. You hiding? That's good. We're gonna have more of this. What's he doing?